What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Subsistence. It's been a while, a very long while, because there's many other games I'm trying to keep up with, but I had some videos set on this, so I thought we'd come back to it best I can. Games like this and KSP will likely be once a week as opposed to every other day. But the more popular ones like Universe Sim and Oxygen Not Included, along with RimWorld. So as always, we come into chopping wood and collecting herbs and all the other things that you need to do to stay alive. Since the last episode, which was a decent amount of time ago, there's not been loads that's happened because I've not played, so to speak. I do have some video pre-recorded in advance anyway, so really this is just a case of getting the base up to speed. So we know that we previously did the plane drop. Killed the pilot somehow, as tough as that's supposed to be. I managed it accidentally. Don't know why I keep looking at the tree, but it's not like I'm going to get jumped on by anything. But the aim and goal here is to get the base up to speed. That means that we need to really be looking at mining nodes, not chopping trees. Though trees, of course, are required for fuel. So both keeping us warm and making things happen. Luckily for us, the heat can come from power when we get there. But for all of the ores and smelting and everything that we need to do to make the ingots, or the fragments actually in this game, of the things that you make first, that's all done through power. Now we have some fuel. Rendering fat from animals is the best way to go. So likely the steps forward are to get some wood as a backup and then look for nodes and animals. Now of course animals require a lot of ammo, to be honest. If you're using guns, like a shotgun's quite good for killing them one shot, but a shotgun shot isn't the cheapest thing. You can do it with arrows, like your bow and arrow, but it's slow because you basically just run away, shoot at them, run away, shoot at them. That works. I think unless you guys have got any ideas on the best way for hunting, it's going to have to be, for me, shotgun shells and wolves are the easiest way. We can, of course, get rabbits and chickens, and I believe, have the upgrade set for the chickens to get them to wander. We want them wandering, as in what's called free range, and the free range chickens can level up to level 10. Getting up to level 10 means that we get better resources and a lot more eggs. Eggs then can sustain us in terms of a protein, while the chickens breed and give us more stuff. And I say breed, they can't breed, I don't think, but fatten up is what I meant. And this is what I meant, nodes. Now, the map does show you what nodes are expected, or higher or lower priority, depending on what region you are in. For me, iron is the priority. We're getting a lot of copper, which is fine, but iron is the priority for upgrading things, it seems, the iron fragments. We also need the phosphorus potassium stuff that allows us to make the bullets, because of course making our own bullets is definitely the way to go, and they're not actually as expensive as I originally thought they would be, so it's pretty decent. Again, making shotgun shells isn't so decent, but handgun bullets are quite good. Coming in now on another hunter type base. I'm not sure. I believe this is the new one built from the original one that got destroyed around where the camp was, the encampment. And this one, having such a large footprint, I expect will have a lot of hunters as well. Whether I can actually win this battle or not is a question that we're about to answer by just trying. And then of course we'll see what happens. Likely I'll die, because I usually do. They seem to be a lot better at shooting than me, and even with their arrows they're a lot better than me. They seem to be straighter with their arrows than I can be with a gun, which is odd. Over to the right there you saw one of them run in. They have no fear. I just emptied the whole clip and then I got shotgunned. Yeah, that was expected. So, long walk back, we have found our giblets that we lost, so I'll collect those as the priority. And can we now try and have a look? Got one shotgun shell, no bullets. This is the worst idea. You can see a campfire out there and a green light glowing, so that's another camp rogues, I believe they're called. They're the ones that never base up. And that was lucky for me. He lit himself up like a Christmas tree by shooting and allowed me to pull the trigger on the shotgun. I would expect that others would come if they were there, so it doesn't look like there is. Arriving back at base. Took a bit of damage due to the cold. Nothing too significant. I can make and do have some heat packs, I think, but for just running back, it's not worth it. I only use them in the depths of winter when we go out for a specific task where I'm expected to stay out there for a decent amount of time. See, the base has grown nicely. Too wide now. I would like to get it upgraded to the metal, at least the bottom tier, so that I'm safe from raids, because they love using Molotovs and grenades. So just come back from a bit of a, not hunting, picking trip. Just got a few herbs and bits and bobs that I needed. No wood or iron or ores this time. Just check on the chickens. You can see I have upgraded it there. Look, you can see free range is activated. I think the only upgrade I haven't done now on the chicken coop is the one that collects the manure for fertilizing your crops, which I can do, but the resources are a bit steep just for a bit of chicken shit, if you pardon the pun. The idea is now that they're going to level up, and they can level up as long as you kept them fed and watered. As far as I'm aware, they'll level up to level 10. Now, I have had chicken breast from the level 3 chickens, which is the highest you can get without the free range, and they are significantly better. I'm not sure what the difference is between a level 4 and a level 10 chicken breast, if there is much of a difference. But for every level they increase after that, you gain an additional egg, I believe. So by level 10, they should be quite good egg layers. And eggs are good for me anyway. I would like to get to the whole meat and potatoes type dinners that you can make near the end. But to do so, we need the vegetables growing as well. Once again, we're under attack, and I'm being shot at from afar with a shotgun that's making quite good contact. You can see him there over on the right. Hiding in the water, they do stop shooting at you, it seems. But it also means you can't shoot back. It gives me better range and distance. Every time I'm in the base, they seem to be able to shoot through the windows and get me before I can get them. I am bleeding with full health, and I am wet, which means my stamina is going to be delayed. But as you can see, I'm quite crap at aiming, it appears. This weapon, the rifle, is much better. Definitely a headshot's good from this. There's 3 bullets, but I am bouncing in the water, so... And you see, that missed. That missed. That was a hit, but it didn't seem to bother them in the slightest. So, maybe they're made of steel, because it doesn't appear that they are as squishy as I am, but of course, it is a game. And one that I'm proving that I'm not the best at. Arrows are never going to land, so let's not waste any time with arrows. Luckily, they got bored. I didn't do anything. I didn't hit him with an arrow. But as a comment was made quite a ways back on one of the episodes, there is a set time that they attack for, and they did so, and then they just left. I'm not going to coax them into coming back. I am going to count my blessings. That's lucky. Right on the base. Nice. Okay. And collect any of the free arrows we can gain from them, and hopefully repair whatever we need to repair if we can afford to. Now, the wooden building parts need wood to repair and nails, and the metal require wood planks and nails. Don't ask. The repairing is done that I could do. Oh, some chicken eggs there for us. Lovely jubbly. Put them in the fridge to stop them from going manky. We did lose a lot of the food, as you can see there. 29 rotten meat means that we had a power outage from the attack and it stopped, and we lost everything, unfortunately, which is very triggering because I had a nice stockpile. You can see I'm realizing at this point I lost everything. But we can use the meat, the rotten meat should I say, to make the packs, so it's not wasted, and we will continue to use it. As far as I'm aware, the rotten meat doesn't disappear, so we will hold on to that and make sure the freezer is on. There we go. You can see it's blue now, it's got a blue tint to it, which means it's working. Really annoying that it somehow managed to get turned off. It could have been me just pressing the button, or it could have been something to do with being under attack. I'm not 100% sure, if I'm honest. I would like to think that I haven't just turned it off for the sake of it, because that would make no sense to anyone. But I could have caught a button if there's a shortcut. So in terms of the base setup, I think I want to move the furnace refinery type thing. This obviously is what we use to turn the ores into fragments. And downstairs makes more sense because I am going to be using it a lot more moving forward. Very small amount of obsidian there will get that on, but really I want to get it to start processing the other things as well. Now I haven't as yet upgraded it to be multi quantity, so it could do more than one thing at a time. And I need to do that. It is more efficient because when I know I do it, and I have done it, and it uses like half as less power, so it's 50% less power. So instead of 100 power per item making 200, it's 100 for the first, and then the second is half, which is 50, so it's 150. So that's more efficient. But you need the resources to do it, and resources in this game for doing the fancy stuff like that aren't cheap. Hear a plane coming over, and there she is. Now I'm trying to load my guns and arrows. Pretty confident you can't shoot them down, but it don't stop me trying because it just gives me something to do. I do like the sky texture though, very well made, very well done. And of course it's become apparent that there's a chance that they'll crash, and to be honest, for me it seems like it's a very low percent chance of them crashing. Like I would say probably 10%. And then 90% they just fly over the map. If that's not the case, or there is some other math to it, please do let me know. But it just seems like most of them are fine. In fact, I think we've only had 2 plane crashes out of probably 15 or 20, so that still makes about the 80-90% mark that I say. But I could be wrong. Looking at some rifle rounds I have there. Now, unfortunately, I thought they would work with the rifle that I have, but you need to have a different type of rifle. It's 1 bullet per gun, it looks like, apart from the shotgun, which has the spread slugs, which are red, or the actual hard slug, which is blue. Expected, but I died again. Another raid, and they broke through that top wall, as you can see, leaving it open, but they shot me quite well. They're still going, and as you see, the arrows, look, they're like sniper rifles with their arrows. They're certainly better than me anyway. I mean, at least a gun flies straight. Arrows, of course, do not. Well, not as straight as a bullet anyway. And yeah, the Molotov cocktails, no grenades as yet. But this is likely one that I'm going to have to wait out just because I don't really have a choice. It's under attack again. I'm not sure if they will leave it there and I've just started it all week. No, we're getting attacked by 2 different groups now. Getting attacked from the front there and to the left. It's getting dark, so I can only hope that they get scared of the dark and decide to go home sometime soon. I have no bullets for my guns, no arrows for my bow. I have melee weapons. Yeah, he's leaving. Goodness for that. The Molotov, the fire luckily doesn't burn along. I mean, that is a metal wall anyway, right? But it's a good job that the fire doesn't actually burn the wood construction, because with the amount of Molotovs I've had thrown at my base, I wouldn't have a base by now. Chickens are okay. If you can see, I moved the coop back closer to the water because I was constantly getting attacked from that front section, and I'm terrified of my chickens being killed in the fight. Again, I don't know if that can happen, but I'm not risking it. But what I know can happen is my chicken coop being destroyed. Now, if it gets destroyed, again, I'm not sure whether the upgrades that I placed on it remain or if I have to do them all again, and it wasn't cheap, especially the free range one. So I moved it further back just to hopefully mean that it is safer. I would like to try and build like a boundary around it with a wall that, although it will look like a wall for a house, it will just be like a barrier to keep them safe, or at least out of sight of anything that's going to crack off, like weapons, grenades or Molotovs. It's the middle of the night, but I've finally been able to get enough things together to make some shotgun shells for myself. They're the way that I feel the safest at the minute is with a shotgun shell in the shotgun. If anything makes me jump, I just shoot it in the face. The only things that have happened since last time we spoke was I upgraded the refinery to have the 2 tiers, so it's now can do 2 things at once, again with that efficiency bonus. It looks like I'm only making 2 or 3 of the shells. That's all I can afford to make. They use a lot of gunpowder, which makes sense. The shotgun shell is quite large, and they are very, very powerful and punchy at that short range. See, I've got the light upgrades on the farm as well, because they are inside under a roof that was never going to grow without an artificial light to do so for us. Chickens, water's okay, food's a little bit low. You can see there the only upgrade is still remaining is the chicken manure that we need to collect. But again, when I can afford it, I might give it a go. See, I'm not sure how much I'm going to get from them. That's my concern. If I chuck a lot of resources in and then get like 2 or 3 chicken shits a day, I'll be very disappointed. Okay, so I've been out doing a bit of collecting for a while, but now I'm actually hunting down some silicone. As you can see from the map, I am in a silicone area. It's moderate anyway. I mean, iron's higher, but we need iron anyway, so you can see I've gone for a bit of a walk there. It turns out the reset of the map, by the way, that I mentioned is a glitch that happens every now and again, so we'll have to just live with that. But yeah, we need silicone. Now, I want the silicone. We've already got the obsidian. This is to make some of the computer chips, to try and make some of the fancier items sometime soon. A light, like a torch light, would be fantastic for the guns if that's possible as an upgrade. But there are a lot of other things as well we need to make electronic wise that can support us. What is this? It's very green. There it is, silicone. That's what we're after. So that's what I'm looking for, a dark greenish colour ore, and I'll hopefully get as much of that as possible. Again, we're not entirely sure, or I'm not entirely sure, how the spawns work and how often they reset. Potassium is massive as well for, oh dear beer, it's breaking that down into make ammunition, as I've mentioned, but of course it's not the only thing you need to make ammunition with, but it is certainly a factor. Cool cave here. I think you could make a nice base in this. It looks like a bit of a bear cave, though there are no bears here. But blocking off either end of that, you'd be a lot safer from raids than any other way, like mine is. I use the water as a defense, but to be honest, they just come across the water, and in winter it's frozen, and they just walk across it anyway without any concerns. So that didn't really pan out as good as I expected. And quite a lot of time later, I am actually minding my own business, mining away, chasing. I'm not getting as much silicon as I want, but I am getting other things. And to be honest, everything is needed right, so that works. Unfortunately, though, this is going to get cut short any second now. And that is due to some really rude neighbours attacking me. I am way away from my base. I have what looks like one shotgun shell in hand, which even nicely placed is probably not enough to take out a person. There is one person and a campfire, so they are rogues, I think they're called. I didn't notice them when I saw them, but now you can see there's 2 coming in. Also, I'm bleeding, which, yeah, is always bad. Didn't bring any bandages with me, which is really stupid because I'm usually quite good at least having a couple of bandages on my slot to bandage myself up. On 8 slot, which is the last slot on that hotbar. I am running for my life, but they're just as quick as me. There's not really much I can do here other than try and kill one. And that shotgun missed. I've got no idea how. Well, me being crap at shooting, apparently. But yeah, I'm dead again. So we're going to have to go and collect my corpse, which is a good 1,500 meters away. And I have to do that because there is significant value in resources in that pack. And it is time limit. But I'm not going to bore you with that. And we are at time anyway, so I am going to end the episode here. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please click like. Any comments are welcome as always. Subscribe for more. Join us on Discord. Take care. Goodbye.